I think we've all experienced being in fear for our own safety at some point of our life. It might have been in high school, maybe as a grown man, as a grown woman. Maybe you had a bully in high school. You feel unsafe for your well-being. Like, ooh, once I leave this class, it's on. He's gonna get me. Or maybe you're a old girl and your mom's boyfriend keeps touching you every night. Who knows? Maybe that's one of the things that make you feel really unsafe for your life as well. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Stephan Stearns is going to have the luxury of feeling that feeling his entire rest of his life, in my opinion. Okay? And we're starting to get the crumbs. We're starting to see the little breadcrumbs of terror that Stephan Stearns is leaving behind, folks. Because, of all people, right? Of all people, it showed up that Stephan Stearns got a disciplinary report recently, about last month, and apparently he has himself a nice little butt buddy. It's like they're close like this, apparently. And that's because we have an inmate named Miguel Angelo Almestica who's using Stephan Stearns' phone line. Now, the absolute second you hear that, what crosses your mind? The absolute second you hear inmate uses Stephan Stearns' phone code to call. What does that sound like? Extortion, ladies and gentlemen, extortion. Good old-fashioned extortion. And let me tell you something. Stephan Stearns is going to be the prime target, whether he's in segregation or not. But anyways, let's go check out this whole disciplinary report and see exactly who these two lovebirds are. Let's go ahead and check this out. So we break open the package and we see what's actually going on in the Osceola County, okay? And let's just read and see what's going on, okay? So type of incident, disciplinary. Date of incident, 03/26/2025, okay? So he's been being bitched out for a little while now, okay? Now, it continues. It says time of incident, 0600 hours. Inmate name, see below. And then we have all the other things, and then it shows us the corporal who did the report. Reporting staff name, Corporal J. Taylor. Okay, cool. All that's taken care of, right? We move forward now. Narrative. On the above date and approximate time, I was assigned as Zone 1 and 2 supervisor. Upon beginning my shift, I was informed by Lieutenant Zumbrum that inmate Almestica Miguel, number 814292, and Stearns Stephan, number 141688, violated policy. I was informed that inmate Almestica was utilizing inmate Stephan Stearns' telephone pin to make several calls. Now that's a good pause right there, because maybe Stephan's just a nice guy. Maybe Stephan just saw the kid in Almestica because he's a younger fellow, and he saw the kid in himself, and he said, you know what, man, call your family. You know what, bro, I'm facing the death penalty, big dog. But you know what? I just feel gracious. You face-tatted, wonderful man of society. So anyways, let's go ahead and see what Mario Almestica looks like. And then we can start to infer certain information. You know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes you just got to use this to understand what's really happening in jail, right? So if you go around and you do a little bit of digging, you look up the man, you look up the number, you come across this fine-looking gentleman right here. This fine citizen that adds things to the world, just a wonderful man with a 5 tattooed on his fucking forehead. But anyways, this is our boy. Boom. Shout out Mario. You see, me personally, I like tats, but when you put stupid ass tats on your face, it starts making it's giving drug dealer robbery person for me. But anyways, this is the man. So you let me know if maybe Stephan Stearns and him hit it off naturally. Or if you think this guy is definitely putting a knife to Stephan's throat, figuratively or literally, then say that as well. But me personally, this guy has something on Stephan to where Stephan will comply. Now, keep in mind, they're both in solitary confinement. They're both confined separately. But remember, you still have toilets. And prisoners use toilets to communicate. I don't know if the walls are thin. I don't know if they're talking through the sewage line of the toilet. Something this man told Stephan terrified him. That circles back to the beginning of this video when I said, you know, we all felt that little bit of terror once or twice in our lives before. Listen, this is going to be a consistent thing for your little bitch, Stephan. But let's move forward. You might want to ask, what are the charges? You know, is he like Stephan? Does he like the younger variety of human being? No. Okay. He's in jail for aggravated B word with a W word, with a pew pew. Okay. Aggravated B word. There's another one. The B word again with a touch or a strike. Violated probation. Violated probation again. So listen, the guy is telling you who he is. Yeah. So, do you think this is someone that Stephan Stearns naturally would gravitate to? Hell no. This is someone that Stephan with his 6'2" ass would run away from. And mind you, this guy is only 5'10", 140 pounds. Stephan is 6'2", 240 pounds. And he's still a bitch. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. But let's continue. I just want to show you the face to the name. This is the guy who is currently bitching out Stephan. 100%. There's no way on this planet that Stephan was just like, hey, bro. Hey, you with the 5, with the 717. You. You want to use my phone card? You want to use my phone? You want to use my phone minutes? Hey. I got the code right here. Let me write it down for you. 1473. There you go. That didn't happen. That definitely did not happen. I could bet a lot on that. But let's move on to the report. It was informed that Almestica was utilizing inmate Stearns' telephone PIN to make several calls. It is a violation to utilize someone else's PIN as well as loaning it out to another individual. After further investigation, it was discovered that the allegations were true. Now, I don't know who snitched. This is another thing. It says, well, the wordage that they use is, it was informed that inmate Almestica was utilizing Stearns' code. It was informed kind of sounds to me like a snitch. So you got Stephan, you got Almestica, and you got a snitch. There's so much politics going around that we don't see from the day-to-day basis. But trust me, Stephan got thrown in the middle of that, and he's trying to navigate it the best he can, even on lockdown, it seems. But let's continue. Inmate Almestica made several telephone calls utilizing inmate Stearns' PIN. Some telephone calls lasting over 15 minutes. An inmate's telephone PIN is created by the inmate. Therefore, no one else should have the information. Both individuals are isolated and kept on strict protocol. Therefore, inmate Almestica could have only received inmate Stearns' telephone PIN number from inmate Stearns. And this is what, I don't know if they have toilet systems, I don't know if they have thin walls, but I can guarantee you that he got housed maybe above or next to Stephan, figured out who he got housed next to, right? Understands the severity of the situation and just got to threatening him. And I mean, can you even blame the guy? Shit, it's the survival of the fittest in there. And Stephan is definitely not the fittest. Shit. Mow over his bitch ass real quick and survive a little bit further is how everybody else will see it. So, you know, I'm almost certain that this guy was in a cell above him on the top floor so they could talk through the toilet maybe, or they're thin walls and they're like right next to each other. He is intimidating this 39-year-old pussy right here. But let's continue. Therefore, inmate Almestica could have only received the inmate from Stephans Stearns. Both inmates will be issued a disciplinary report for Sanction 3.4, loaning or stealing of property, telephone PIN, or anything of value. A copy of this call log will be attached to the report. This concludes my involvement in the incident. All right. And then we go below. It says, I swear and affirm the above are true, this and that and the other. And Corporal signs that bitch. Okay. Now, Stephan has a lot of problems to face in the future. So this is the least of his problems in terms of a technicality. Probably the same for Almestica. But I just wanted to point this out specifically because this is to show you what's coming. Yeah, he took that little disciplinary report. That don't mean nothing. That doesn't mean shit. Do you think that's going to mean anything in the long run? Hell no. It's just an indicator showing you how people are treating this man. I promise you. See, a person like Wade Wilson, remember Maniac? Hey, yeah, my girl will give you like $5,000 and then we could double it. That's the type of person who could probably maneuver and not get extorted. Someone like Stephan, it didn't happen that way. Stephan wasn't being friendly. He wasn't talking to someone through the door like, hey man, what are you in here for, bro? That didn't happen. But let's move forward because Stephan had something to say as well. So another piece of the file just says, I decided to move forward with my disciplinary report against both inmates. No pre-confinement evaluation was necessary due to the inmates already being admitted to confinement or being on administrative confinement, sorry. A copy of this report was forwarded to the DRL, Inmate Affairs, and Classification. Notes were entered into Spillman? What the fuck is a Spillman? But anyways, they're just recording everything that's written down, just an indicator. Now, this is the last part of the document that I wanted to show you guys because this is where Stephan actually gave his 2 cents of the situation. He told the guard something and the guard wrote it down just to keep a log of what had happened. So this is his point of view. And this again will kind of prove to you that he's being bitched out. It says, inmate pled guilty and stated that he was sorry about the incident and did not know that he couldn't share his PIN number with someone else. Inmate also stated that it will never happen again. After reviewing all the receipts, inmate was found, the writing. I'm gonna just assume that's guilty. Was found something guilty of the infraction giving a verbal warning. Okay. Shit. The handwriting for me is so tough, man. And there's nothing wrong with this person's handwriting. But anyway, that's pretty much it, folks. But the main thing I want to point out is, again, verbal warning. It's not going to mean anything. But what he said was, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I couldn't give a pin to someone else. You know he knew that couldn't happen. I mean, fuck it. Go back to high school days. You can't even give your IT lab password to someone else because they can cheat and do the work for you. It's kind of common sense. Remember IT lab? Remember those class? You can't share your PIN number. You'll get a demerit or you'll fail the test or a suspension or something. So you can't tell me as a 39-year-old man, you did not know that you couldn't give your personal PIN code to another prisoner. You got bitched out, you got extorted, and that's the first to come. That's the first of many to come, I should say. But you guys let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Do you think he made himself a little friend, a little butt buddy, a little broski, a little Brodomus Maximus? Maybe. But I think he found himself a fucking extortion machine instead. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.